Check the link in the description box below for the drafting of this bodice block. The front neckline is altered to 3 inches width and 3 inches depth. The width of the back neckline was altered to 3 inches. To get the bib length, come down from the shoulder by 7 inches. The width of the bib is 3 inches. Go out from the neck width by 2 inches. With a French curve, connect the bib. Cut the pattern, the side, armhole, neckline, and shoulder line. Cut the side, armhole, shoulder line, neckline of the back block. 2 yards of patterned net is used here by length 17 inches. This produced 3 pieces of fabric by 2 yards. Cut the upper bodice. The satin is doubled and the net cut singly. The satin flare is a 360-degree flare. One serves as the main fabric and the other the lining. The bib will be altered to a square shape as against the curved corner. Cut out the pattern. Place 22 inches fabric on fold like so and place on fold again. Come down from the sleeves cap by 4 inches for the cap's height and create a freehand curve. Cut out the sleeve. The sleeve's cap will be gathered. Place a chantilly fabric on 4 folds. For the pencil part of the sleeve, length is 6.5 inches. Mark 4 inches at the top and 3.5 inches at the hem. Then add 1.5 inches seam allowances. Connect the lines and cut out. Open flat and you can trim out the ends to have a curvy designed hem. Here's how the sleeves will be coupled. Place a chantilly fabric on fold again to cut out the bib. Add 0.5 inch seam allowance all round. Measure round the area. Here it is 10 inches on fold. So we have 20 inches in total. Place the net to be pleated around the bib on fold by height of 2 inches. Join the 3 nets together by 0.5 inch on a straight line. Next, with a loose stitch, sew a straight line on the top area of the net widthwise. Sew a loose stitch likewise on the waist area of the satin. Pull on the thread to create gathers. Stop when you have the exact waist circumference plus 2 inches for zipper allowance. For the front bodice, place the right side of the satin beneath the net. You are to pleat the net around the lace bib. Pinning down is optional. Top stitch around the bib corners like so. When one side is done, flatten out as shown. Place the bottom net over the first affixed net. Continue the pleats. On reaching the other corner again, flatten the net and also lay the vertical net over it and pleat to the shoulder line. This is how the bib should look like. Now place the bib on the front bodice. Top stitch around the neckline. Tuck in the 0.5 inch seam allowance of the bib like so. Ensure all the seam allowances of the bib, both vertically and horizontally, are properly tucked in. Now top stitch the bib on the front bodice around the 3 corners. Ensure the bib lays flat on the bodice while you top stitch from one shoulder line to the other. Next, place right sides of the satin on the right side of the bodice. Turn the neckline by 0.5 inch. Notch along the curve. Flatten out the fabric. Top stitch the neckline allowance on the lining fabric. The seams should be on the lining fabric like so. For the back bodice, place one satin beneath the net. Right sides of the satin facing up. Lay the right sides of the satin serving as the lining over the net. Sew the neckline by 0.5 inch of both back pieces. Notch along the neckline. Spread open also to top stitch the seam allowances on the lining piece. It is time to join the shoulders. Right sides of the back block on the front block. Cover the shoulder line with the back lining. You can decide to move away the pleated net from the shoulder seam line. Stitch the first point of the shoulder like so, then continue sewing from the other end by the armhole by 0.5 inch. Now both shoulders are sewn. Place the main fabric sides together, excluding the lining. Adjust the main fabric to flatten things out. Now take horizontal measurements. The chest divided by 2 here is 12 inches and the waist is 10 inches. Share the leftover space by 2 and mark. Then connect the points with a straight line. Sew down. Now place the lining piece right sides facing and sew by same seam allowance of 1.5 inches. You should bend the seam allowances like a triangle as shown and top stitch before sewing a fabric across it. Do the same on the armhole area of both the lining and main fabric pieces. Repeat this same process in coupling the other side. Now moving on to the waistline. Let us start with the lining waistline. Lay the gathered flares waistline over the bodice, right sides facing, and sew by 0.5 inch. Match up both ends for accuracy. Spread the gathers as you sew along to the other end to avoid one-sided clustering. See how the right side of the lining piece looks like. Coming in with the skirt of the main fabric already gathered, lay the right sides on the upper bodice in a similar way. Adjust the gathers along the waistline for a proper fit. Then top stitch by 0.5 inch from one center back to the other center back. Here is the right side of the dress. Now sew the center back of the lining piece. Come down from the waistline by 7 inches. Mark the zipper allowance of 1 inch and sew down, stopping few inches before the hem. This is to create room to fold the hemline. Now to the center back of the main fabric. Come down from the waistline by 6 inches. From the neckline, mark broken lines, and from the 6 inches point, make a straight line. On the broken lines, sew a loose stitch. Ensure the waistline at the center back aligns like so. Continue with the loose stitch. At the 6 inches point, make a back stitch and continue with a normal stitch few inches before the hem. Now we move over to the sleeves. The upper sleeve should have the areas overlocked with the satin attached. On the pencil sleeve, come in from the sides by 1.5 inches at the top and at the bottom. Same on the other side. Place a plain net of 4 inches on fold. Pleat along the lines made on the lace. The pleat is folded by 1 inch, right side on the lace. On reaching the end, cut the remaining net. Then flip down the net like so. Top stitch very close to the fold. The same process should be repeated on the other line of the sleeve. At the edge, you should leave the net flat of about 0.5 inches gap. Top stitch. Next, pleat the net on the top area as shown. See how it looks. Come in with the upper sleeve. Place it on fold. Also fold the pencil sleeve. Match up the middle. Create gathers and top stitch by 0.5 inch. The ends of the sleeve should be left flat with no gathers. Start gathering from the other side to meet the middle. The gathers should be evenly spread. On the sleeves cap, sew on a loose stitch. Pull the thread to create gathers. Now place the sleeve on fold. We are to sew the sides with a straight line. Tuck in the pleated net away from the seam lines. The seam allowance is 1 inch. Go ahead to sew down to the hem. Turn the sleeve inside out. The sleeve at this point is looking like a microphone. We are to set in the sleeve around the armhole. The side seam allowance of the sleeve should also be tucked in like a triangle before sewing across. Match up the side seams of the sleeve and that of the bodice. Then sew around the armhole like a circle. If any excess on the sleeve is spotted, ease the fabric in to fit. Turn inside out and here you have it. Both sleeves has been inserted. It is time to install the zipper at the center back. Place the zipper end below the 6 inches point on the main fabric. Top stitch one side from the bottom to the neckline. Turn to the other side, starting from the neckline to the zipper end. Remove the loose stitch made. Unzip the dress. Close up the neckline at the center back. With the zipper sandwiched, cut off the excess zipper like so. Lay the satin lining over the zipper and sew a straight line to the 7 inches end point on the lining. Turn inside out. Reveal the zipper between the main fabric and the lining. See how the wrong side and the right side of the zipper line looks. Repeat the same process on the other zipper line. Close the neckline and attach the lining to the zipper and main fabric. Turn inside out. Zip the dress. See the waistline matching up nicely and the neckline. See the wrong side of the dress also with the waistline aligning as well. Accessorize the dress by creating a line on the bib center. In this case, a tacking stone is attached with a glue gun and the dress is complete. You can prepare a detachable underskirt for more volume. This is optional. Thank you for watching. See you in my next one. Bye.